Hey guys, how's it going? It's Randy, the REI Rockstar, and I have a great video for you today. I'm going to show you exactly how to find, analyze, and select a US market to invest in, which may very well be where you already live. So how are we going to do this? Well, let's get right into it. If you want to know a little bit more about me, by the way, go to the blog, check it out. Got some great information. I put out as much content as possible, and you're going to want to start right over here by joining the fan club, get a free backstage pass, get yourself a free contract, some other free marketing tools. So check that out when you get a chance. And, I'll try my best to continue to make great content. And you guys do your part, like and share the video and subscribe. So let's get right into it here. First thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to find out where people actually live. It's all based on population, right? So the way you're going to do that is you could probably just use the Census Bureau. You could probably go to some of the government websites, but I mean, who doesn't trust the internet? So you just go to Google and just put in major metro areas in the US, and you'll get a site. There we go, such as this here. So this one is actually Wikipedia, and it outlines all the major areas. It actually puts them in a row here in terms of population. So I would recommend you stay, above like 250,000 because the areas below that, you can still flip. It's just not there's not going to be a volume business for you. And if you're near one of the areas that are more populated, great. All right, so that's number one. Now I happen to be in Phoenix. Gosh, that's number 12. So Phoenix, Scottsdale. So yeah. Um, Let's once you get that out of the way, you go to the next step. We're going to do the research on the area that we selected. So this county, the city that you're in, by the way, that you choose, figure out what county it's in. And then once you do that, go to, and I'll put the links underneath this video and probably offer you guys a free download of the training in a PDF format. I think that'd be great. So the link is zillow.com/research/data. And depending on what website you get, you're going to get a little bit slightly different data, and you're welcome to average out the thing that we're about to do, which is the median list price. So when you go to this link, you'll scroll down quite a bit, and you're going to find the median sales price, sorry. And you're going to want to do it by zip code. Don't do it by county, because the county is just going to give you the flat number. We want zip codes. So we want to be very, very detailed. Just go ahead and open it up. It should open automatically. Now this is a lot of data, guys. This literally is downloading every zip code in the United States, like every single one. So obviously the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to sift through that data and just find the county that we're in. And there's a couple ways to do that. So you can see the list here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save it to the desktop. And once we do that, I'm going to get rid of the years that I don't need. So the years I don't need are anything but 2016. And feel free to pause the video at any time if you want to remember these steps or go through them one by one. So here we go. May of 2016. I don't need anything else. I'll just delete all that data. Second thing I'm going to do is let's see if we can go by county here. Looks like these are the county name. Yeah. So I'm going to select this county, and then I'm going to use a sort filter A to Z, and it'll ask me if I want to expand the selection. I'm just going to hit yes. There we go. Be sure not to delete this top line. You're going to select number 2. Go ahead and do that now, and go all the way down to your county. Mine happens to be Maricopa. So I'm going to be scrolling for a while. The next step after this, guys, is to sort it by zip code. And we'll put it in order in terms of the zip code itself. And I'll show you why in a moment here. Here we go, Maricopa. That was pretty fast. Boom. So I'm actually going to delete where I'm at now. Kind of catch up from here. There we go. Marengo, goodbye. Same step, guys. I'm going to go to everything after Maricopa County, which happens to be everything past it. And absolutely do this for your county, guys. This is going to be great. What I'm going to do at the end of this is plot this out on a new tool I found, which I think is absolutely great because our VAs can do this report once a month, and we'll know exactly where to mark it to. So scroll down, delete that. Okay, so we've got rid of the years we don't need. We've gotten rid of the counties we don't need. And not too sure I care about the size rank. Let's go ahead and delete that. And let's see here. We got Phoenix, Arizona. I already know what county it is at this point. And I don't need the metro area. So delete the county name at this point in the metro area. The regional ID is something used for Zillow, so you can delete that. So you should now have, and do this right now, change this to zip code. City's fine, state's fine, and then you can change this to like, well, you can do the term May 2016 or just leave it as what it is. And you're going to want to change this to a dollar amount. So select cell D2 is what it should be, and go down and change this to a dollar amount. Right click, format cells. It's a currency with 2 decimal places. Boom. There. Okay, so you can see that in 85032, the average or median, I'm sorry, there's a difference. Median list price is 230,600, median sales price. So that just means that regardless of what somebody lists the property for, this is what the median sales price is right now as of May 2016. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in order by selecting this and sort. Actually, let's do it like this. Smallest to largest. And it'll ask again, expand the selection. I hit yes. There we go. Okay. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice is there's some missing areas of data. There's what happened to 85003, what happened to these here. So I don't want you to correct these just yet because this is only part of the process of doing your research. And the reason is the next step is we're going to find out which one of these zip codes has a high volume of cash transactions, both by homeowners, but specifically homeowners who have bought a residence that they don't live in, i.e. an investor. So we're going to find out where cash investors are buying, and we're going to do that with the second tool, which I'll get to here in a second. So before you worry about finding out what the median list price, or rather median sales price is, go ahead and do this quick formula here. You're going to hit equals sum and parentheses, and then you're just going to tell Excel, well, what do I want to add up? So we're going to find the sum of all the zip codes to find the actual amount for the county. Hit enter. So it summed it all up, right? And then I'm going to divide it by how many zip codes I have, which is, let's say, I think it's something like 98 right now. But let's double check that. How are we going to double check that? We're going to click here, click insert, and you have a new row here. And here we're just going to put number 1. Now guys, make sure you do this, after you put all your zip codes in a row. So 1 is going to become 2. And if you highlight 1 and 2 and grab this little marker here and spread it on down, it'll tell you how many zip codes there are. So now you'll have an accurate average sales price for the whole county, not just for the zip code. And that's very important, guys. So the number is 123. So we can now see the average for the entire county is 234. And I'll even bold that. Name it average sales price, or sorry, median sales price. There we go. Bold that. All right, so you're done. You're done with step number 1, which is to find out the median sales price for each and every zip code, right? Now, there's another thing you can do, and that is to find out where investors are buying, right? Now, at this point, keep in mind there's going to be some areas that come up that are outside the major metropolitan area. Like right away, I can see New River. And I want you to go ahead and kind of go through your list if you know the area that you've selected, and just pick areas that you know are outside of the major metropolitan area, like outside of freeways, where shopping centers aren't, where if there's a one movie theater, you don't want to invest in those areas. I mean, arguably Buckeye could be that for Metro Phoenix, but we do buy rentals out there, and so do other investors. So Tonopah, way out there, delete it. And just kind of go through and also look for retirement areas. Like we don't buy in Youngtown or Sun City because they have some stipulations on who can buy there. Sun City West, nope. Surprise is good. Don't really care much for Wickenburg. Goodyear and Buckeye looks great. All right. All right. Now, if you do that, you'll notice all your cities should look good now. You should recognize the familiar names. And if you do that, go ahead and go back and delete out and change the number again. So you're going to highlight 1, 2, 3, scroll down, because remember, that's going to change your average. So now you only have 116 zip codes. So change your number to 116 here. You're welcome to save this kind of template, by the way, if you want to analyze future cities. But what I'm doing is I'm actually creating a software that will do this automatically, where I can literally just select any metropolitan area. It will bring in the median sales price and compare it to cash transactions. And you better believe once I finish this up, I'll offer it to you guys as a membership, because I think it's a very, very important thing to do on a month-to-month basis in terms of where am I investing? Why am I investing there? What kind of properties am I looking for? And it's this very important data that if you do your job and you do your due diligence month over month, you'll know exactly why you're investing in these specific zip codes. And you're going to save a lot of money because the more targeted you are, the higher your conversion rate is going to be with your homeowners. So, all right, so where are we at? Yeah, we are at now 238,396.01. Okay, great number. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that and multiply that by 1.3. Why 1.3? Well, investors like to buy obviously at a discount, and it seems that an average discount is about 30% off. The reason for that, guys, is because 30% should typically cover the costs associated with acquisition, holding, and resale. Okay? Acquisition means to buy the property and take it down, which is where you would pay the commissions to the real estate agent. There's going to be some closing costs involved with that and all that stuff. And then the holding costs would be the typical things like, the mortgage on the property, like hard money, the insurance, taxes, and then the investment of repairs, those kind of things, I guess, can be included in that. And the eventual resale of the property. And actually repairs really shouldn't be in there, but you're welcome to include it if you want to be super conservative. But 30% will usually take care of that. I mean, the reason for that is if you purchase a property and anything happens, you should be able to liquidate it right away. And the fact that you bought at a 30% discount is pretty awesome. Now, we obviously would want more than 30%, more the better, right? But 30% is a great threshold. So what I'm showing you here now is that the median sales price, you can actually buy 30% above that, because those properties at that higher mark would be, you're going to negotiate those down to the median sales price, which is what you're going to resell your properties for at most. Why? Well, that's because your end buyer, everything you do has to do with the end buyer. You're going to touch this money first. You're going to be first a part of this transaction, just like the folks who are, developers. They buy the land first, they develop it first, they turn them into tract homes, they set up financing, and they get those retail buyers out there. So they're the true wholesalers, right? You're going to think in the same terms, is that when you get these properties, you're going to buy low, sell low, or buy low, sell high. Either way, you're always going to be positioned as a wholesaler in your market by doing these things and looking at these numbers. So you're simply going to take this number and times it by 1.3, and that should give you your next most important piece of information, which is your price point. All right, and then we'll move on to video number 2, 238. 396 times 1.3. There we go. See you in the next video.